the city on the map, from the hidden gems and the most underrated to the top ranked and highly anticipated. We're the go-to pros for letting you know where to spend all your free time and your hard-earned dough. So enjoy the show, sit back and relax. It's a 215 Vibe Podcast.
They are the bougie blue collar, Philly sports enthusiasts, small business supporting, self-proclaimed socialites of the 215. Your hosts, Burkhart and Allyssa.
We back.
What's happening?
What's happening? 215 Vibe is back in business, baby. Fall is here. We in here.
It's officially fall.
It's officially fall. So long, sweet summer. You were hot and bothered.
Bothering everyone more like it.
Bothering these Philadelphians. It was so hot. We were cranking our AC. My Pico bill was through the roof.
Them Pico bills were high this summer.
I was swimming to work through the humidity every day.
Yeah, it was cooking outside. It really was. It was a hot summer.
It was so hot.
These cooler temperatures are definitely a blessing.
It's so nice to crack those windows open. You feel that little like fall vibe in the air, that chill.
Yeah, like the daytime's just warm enough.
Yeah.
But the nighttime's like cool enough where you ain't need that AC bumping all night long.
No. And best of all, football's back.
Football's back. Phillies are looking at the playoffs.
They
They
are.
just clinched their first NL East title in 13 years.
Yes. We are so excited.
Exciting times ahead.
Yeah, we're back. We're ready to be dropping more regularly because we got a lot to talk about. I could not wait to hop on the mic and record after this weekend because so many things happen.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Well, here's some news that I have. I have some piping hot tea, but the roofies are back.
What?
The roofies are back.
Oh wait, someone was just telling me about this. There's a bar somewhere in the city. People are getting drugged at.
Yeah, and it's been going on for a long time. I actually was, I have a crazy story, actually. We didn't talk about this, but one night me and Lex were out, your sister, and a whole group of us, and there was this nice guy, you know, I'm sure he was a little creepy, but he was buying drinks, and he wasn't, like, super creepy, so it was nice, and he was buying them for, like, there was, like, 7 or 10 of us, so it wasn't, like... You know, I didn't feel like creeped out by him. He was like, I'm newly divorced. You know, I'm just here having a good time, whatever. We all were like, oh, thanks for the drink. Bye-bye. See ya. He was just blasted all over this Watch Out Philly page. He has been roofing girls. And me and Lex were like, oh my God, we know him. Like, it was scary. And it is just such a reminder, ladies and gentlemen, keep your drinks covered. Always be aware. Somebody I was talking to made a great recommendation at bars. Honestly, I know we're trying to be done with the plastics, but let's put a lid on them.
That's a good idea.
So it is definitely something going on in our city that we need to be aware of. So if you are out and about, keep your hand over your drink. If you see any weird substance, it is not weird ice. It is definitely worth putting your drink down and getting a new one, even in this economy. Okay? Going off of that, they locked Diddy the Creep up. I'm so glad he's off the streets, along with the 1 million bottles of baby oil and lube and creepy shit. They also found a lot of blackmail tapes. And now, like, all these CEOs are stepping down. Heads are about to be rolling.
Oh, so more people are in on this.
Oh, so many. They say Kim Kardashian's being investigated because, like, Diddy and Kris Jenner definitely had some business deals closely linked. It's about to be super wild. So for all you conspiracy theorists that have been like waiting for everybody to wake up and see, I think we're heading in that era of the truth is gonna come out if you stop watching the news. So
yeah, can't listen to the media.
no, we should all be actually boycotting the media.
Agreed.
So let us just be your news station, okay? Anybody was out this past weekend and experienced that whole, I think the kids were calling it Project X, that car meetup.
I heard about it. I also seen the tire marks from the donuts.
Yeah, absolutely out of hand. It was actually super scary to witness it live. I was coming back from Fairmount to South Philly, and Chooch and I were in an Uber that couldn't get on the parkway because there was smoke, there was cops, there was cars doing donuts. These kids were hanging out of the cars, and there was about 5 or 6 different locations where they had these meetups, basically shut the city down. They put pedestrians and other drivers at risk. I would have been very fearful to be driving anywhere near this.
Also, people just trying to get a good night's sleep.
It was wild.
They
It
were
went
just
on
there for
until
the
4 in
peace.
the morning.
And it was like a game of whack-a-mole. Every time they showed up and shut one spot down, it just popped up at another spot.
And it was City Hall, it was like North Broad, it was the Parkway. There was hundreds of cars. The blatant disrespect was wild.
We need more police funding, it seems like.
That was actually my biggest frustration when I seen all this and I seen like the cops trying so hard to get control. The first thing that came to my mind is, and we're saying defund the police? Like what? No, like put more funding into them.
Where there's just more to help when situations like what happened over the weekend arise.
So it was actually just disappointing to read some of the comments. They were like, well, you want these kids not in the streets, like they're just enjoying themselves. But it was straight reckless. Like
It was breaking the law.
it was breaking the law. I was just embarrassed for the cops too, because like there was some old heads trying to chase like these group of kids. Like
Not gonna work out for you.
not gonna work out, pops. But I feel like Sherelle and Krasner should have a press conference after that, just being like, we're not playing games. I did hear the chief of police come on and say that they are going to be serving warrants once they read like license plates and like get pictures and whatever else. So I don't know. We need some law and order in this city.
Definitely need some law and order.
Yeah.
Can't just have people doing what they want whenever they want.
It's dangerous with these
There's
kids.
freedom and then there's breaking the law, you know?
Yeah. I was like snatching my pearls, like, oh my God, could you see this? Like, it was crazy. Like, I really felt like I was on a movie set.
You went straight Karen on them?
Oh, I totally was like in my Karen suit, like, this is out of control.
These damn kids.
These kids, my God, you know, those kids piss me the hell off.
They do. Got a
Good.
special place in your heart.
Between them and you know what? Like, this was not a positive of my summer, but I pretty much like just paid the PPA's salary. Like I got after we last talked about it, I got 2 more tickets. I think I was down yeah, I don't even want to say what I paid the PPA this summer, but they were working OT. They really, really were. Like, especially in our neighborhood on the bikes. Like, give me a break, dog.
I
Like,
guess that ADA initiative is panning out.
I wish we would really know what it's going to. But it's like, are they even fixing anything with it? Like, all of our streets have potholes. Oh my, yeah, I like wrecked a tire. So many things like we should be investing in. So they're worried about the tin on your car, but like they don't care if your tire gets stuck in a pothole.
Yeah, we want to audit. We want to see where that money's going.
But I'm trying to really watch my parking sitch now because, you know, it's a rough economy. I can't be paying the PPA and buying organic groceries. Sports, baby. Bird Gang. Sundays.
Bird gang.
They're back. I live for a 1:00 Sunday game.
That's your twist right
That's
there.
my shizzle. I can act up. I can be home by 5:30. I can catch like the brunch vibe. I'm locked in. I'm feeling good, especially on a fall Sunday. There is nothing better.
Talk on the street, everybody wants to see Belichick to be our coach.
All right, for the girlies, Bill Belichick, I know the name, but like, who did he coach?
Tom Brady and the New England Patriots.
Oh my God. Okay,
So we
yes.
actually beat him in the Super Bowl.
So what I actually was thinking about, Tom Brady, now that he's out the game, he should seriously go into mentoring Jalen Hurts, or, you know, maybe not even just picking a specific person, but
And like a quarterback camp.
yeah, like a
for,
quarterback camp. Jalen needs some type of like refresher. I hate to say that, but like he really looks off.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I think he's holding on to the ball a little too long. I don't know if it's because the receivers can't get open or if it's truly his fault.
But our receivers are great.
Our receivers are great.
There's somebody get Bill on the line. Tell Bill to call Tom.
Tell Bill to call Tom, send both of them over,
Yeah.
give Jalen a few little lessons,
Yeah.
and then get Sirianni out of there
I know.
and get Belichick calling the plays.
So do we feel like it's a Sirianni Jalen disconnect that got really weird at the end of last season between
right.
them two?
Yeah, I think that kind of carried it over, to be honest. And then is Sirianni really giving the control to his offensive and defensive coordinators to let them make the calls, or is he overriding them?
Like, that's true. And then the other thing, like I think Chooch was saying it to me, like, all right, when Kelsey was on the field, like he had such a big presence and influence on a lot of the plays, right? And now it's like more power to Jalen now that Kelsey's gone. But like,
Yeah, so
is it?
Kelsey was calling the protections. He would, pick up on the way a defense is moving, and he would call it out like, we got someone over here that's might be blitzing, and now Jalen has to do that.
But yeah, you do feel that disconnect, and that makes sense with the play calling because they do just seem a little bit like unsure. It's
Well, I
like,
think there's obvious strategic moves that the coaches should be making in the game. I think that's what everyone's really not liking about this coaching strategy that's going on. They're not taking points. They're going for it when they shouldn't. They're passing when they should run.
yeah,
So there's just
we
a
gotta
lot of
buck up.
they just gotta get their heads on straight.
They need to buck up.
I feel like they bucked up already. They paid Jalen Hurts how much money?
I know, yeah, no, for real.
They need to like get their logic and their strategy down
Definitely.
and
Wait,
execute their game plan.
Sirianni?
Next week, yeah,
Yeah.
Sirianni,
It's a planning, my guy.
your job lives on one more week.
He lived to see another
He
day.
lives to see another week.
You know who's barely living to see another week this week? I mean that with the utmost respect, but Miss Parker, Sherelle, she's got a lot on her plate right now, and a lot of people are feeling angry. They're feeling angry at Sherelle.
Fill us in. What's going on with that?
So one, I mean, she was just the mouthpiece. I think she was the final, like, yes, we're doing this, but this arena going downtown, Market East, on top of the fashion district, it's got a lot of people in their feels. Me personally, I am very much in my feels about it.
You're not a fan.
I am not a fan. I just think we have such a good thing going at our sports complex center. I mean, it's beautiful. There's parking, there's food. It's right next to 95. Everything's right there. There couldn't be anything better than that.
Right, why mess up a good thing?
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know if anybody is familiar with the Market East area like I am, but let me tell you, good things are not happening in Market East right now. It is just a lot of the Kensington push ended up coming down to that area. There's a lot of homeless people. There's a lot of unoccupied retail space, which I'm sure is part of the reason they want to bring the arena down there to hopefully bring some liveliness back into Market East. But
Yeah, it seems like they really want to revitalize the area.
which
But is this the right way to do it?
I don't know how it could be. With the arena going on top of the fashion district. So basically the history on that is the gallery. They decided to do this huge investment and revamp and spend millions of dollars, and it essentially didn't change much. The gallery was the gallery, now it's the fashion district. It's still essentially like a little bit of a shoddy mall. High-end stores don't want to be there because of the crime in Philadelphia. You can basically just rob people and get away with it. It's brought a lot of like the teens, the kids, and their crime and their bullshit into the area. And there's been some dangerous situations. It's also at 10th and Market, we've got Jefferson right down the street, Penn a couple blocks there. I just feel like it's kind of a dangerous area to put such a high traffic building at when we need that to be our healthcare area.
Absolutely. I could see that the games, if they're going on, it could cause gridlock.
Yeah, exactly. And what if the ambulances need to get out? I just feel like we're putting a lot in one area, and it's kind of like putting all your eggs in one basket, Like, why are we having a huge event space right next to a hospital and a main strip? Like, Market Street's a pretty main road in Philadelphia.
And a cultural staple with Chinatown.
It is. And from all the research we've done with Chinatown, they've really had to fight tooth and nail to keep their little neighborhood going. And so it's sad to see that, it's really just on the chopping block.
I can't imagine the residents around the area are really thrilled about this idea either.
Yeah, and my job basically looks at the fashion district, so I will be able to keep you guys updated brick by brick, but this is going to be an interesting time. Luckily, we have a minute to process. I think we read the goal was like 7 years.
Yeah, so they want to be ready for the 2031 and 2032 season. Now, if we look on the other side of it, though, on the flip side is, if this place does get built and they go union, it brings a lot of jobs.
That's such a good point. They better go union. If not, that rat is going to be flying high.
No, that rat will be on Market Street.
Yeah. that will be one of the only positives I could see really happening. And when you think about it, maybe it would bring more jobs as well. Like they're gonna need so many more security guards and police on site and parking attendants, but it's just so much more space that we need that I don't feel like really exists over there.
But Sherelle was kind of strong-armed, I will say that. New Jersey offered the Sixers a decent plot of land, but how would that look as the mayor to lose the 76ers to New Jersey?
Yeah, that would have nobody ever would have went there. Even the Phillies Connect jerseys just weren't a hit. You
Yeah,
know,
no, they weren't.
I saw they're done for the season. Thank God with those jerseys.
Yeah, I know it's our flag colors, but I'm not a big fan of those.
No, they weren't it. But so back to the Sixers. So with this new arena, if this is going to be the Sixers arena and they're not, quote unquote running it from Wells Fargo space, do you think that that brings more opportunity to our team? Does that make us more of like a hot spot for players to want to come? What's your thought processes with that?
To answer your question, I don't think this really gives us a big one up on anything. It's a shiny new building with probably all state of the art things inside. So maybe it is a little attractive, but they're there just to play basketball.
Yeah.
It's more, I think it would attract more fans than anything to go experience what the new arena is like.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely going to be interesting on a positive side. Like, that is going to be an experience.
Yeah, which I will definitely be attending
Absolutely. Yeah.
one or a dozen games.
Yeah. But it is just sad to, like, mess up a good thing, like you said. Well, speaking of, how about all of the people on strike right now? Did you hear about the workers at all the sports complexes?
No,
I
fill
was
me in.
listening to the radio, and the staff at all of the sports complex arenas are fighting for their rights, man. So a lot of them work at, they bounce around from Citizens to the Link to Wells Fargo, and apparently it's the hours they're clocking at all of these different locations aren't being counted as together. So none of these people are eligible for health care.
Oh, that's messed up.
And then they said they raised the prices so high, but they have not given them any like real significant wages. And those prices are super high in there. Event staff workers are encouraging fans to tailgate before the games and save your money and boycott because they're fighting for their health care benefits and an increase in their hourly wage with it, which in this economy is very much necessary.
They say inflation's cooling off, but it doesn't feel like it.
No, I know it's not a recession, but like I don't know, a little bit feels recession-y. It's just feeling like a lot. I know a lot of people, myself included, it's you're really thinking about what you're spending your money on right now.
And your time on at a job that's not willing to pay you X amount of dollars.
Absolutely. We know those vibes very well because we studied the American history in Philadelphia.
That great strike of 1835.
Amen. We were the first and we won't be the last.
Yeah, it's not going to be the last strike for sure.
Definitely not. So yeah, good luck to all of those workers. We hope that you do get everything you deserve because we love and appreciate all of our event staff. Every millennial should be up in arms that Lil Wayne is not performing at the New Orleans Super Bowl this year.
That's such a miss. How do you not have Wheezy do the Super Bowl in New Orleans?
It made me feel like not getting this opportunity. And when I felt like you guys reminded me that I ain't without y'all.
The things going on behind closed doors. Hopefully it all comes to light soon.
I think it was a little haterade.
I think it was haterade and Jay-Z was sipping it.
Could have said it better myself.
But haterade, baby oil, we're in weird times here.
We are in weird times.
Really weird times.
That was like a slip and slide probably trying to get through Diddy's house, wasn't it?
Oi!
All right. Well, I think that's where we should probably wrap it up for this episode.
All right. We will check in with you guys soon. 215 Vibe.
Peace.